In this video, I'm going to give my first impression on a couple of Shimano rods that I was able to play with towards the end of the 2022 season. Now, if you're brand new to the channel, my name is JT Hickman. Welcome to Fishing with Gramps. We do some reviews, how-tos, tips, tricks, and a lot of fishing. A lot of kayak bass fishing with the occasional sprinkling of boat and bank fishing here and there. Now, decades ago when I was heavy into tournament fishing out of a bass boat, the Shimano Corrado reel was my staple. That was my go-to everything reel. Now, over the years, I played with a variety of rods, from Falcon, St. Croix for a long time, more recently Dobbins because of their amazing veterans discount, long warranty, easy rod replacement program, more recently playing in the G Loomis line. Even though they're a little more expensive, they still have an amazing replacement program along with a 15-year warranty. But I never, for some reason, just never got around to messing with Shimano rods. I kind of was happy where I was, but I had enough people ask about it. And of course, they're highly recommended from guys like JP DeRose and the guys over at Tactical Bass. And I was like, you know what? I've got to start playing with some of these, especially since I have a wonderful partner at American Legacy Fishing. Now, if you've been to the channel before, you heard me talk about gearing up for the Kayak Bass Fishing National Championship, which took place back in October down at Kentucky Lake. I decided, hey, why not? Let's up the game a little bit and grab a couple of these Shimano rods and take them with me. Well, one of those that I took with me was actually put in my hands by Kayla, who works down at American Legacy Fishing. This one, the 173 medium heavy at 7 foot 3 inches long. Light. I swear when she handed me this, it was like the first time Luke Skywalker felt the Force. I was actually shocked at how light this thing is. Yeah, you just have to kind of put your hands on one. And this after fishing with the NRX Plus medium heavy fast action rod. So let's do a quick review of it and then I'll give you my impression, because I did get to fish with this quite a bit before the end of the season. It's like you people know when I hit the record button. Oh shit. Alright, so let's go over the specs real quick. Again, I'm brand new to Shimano rods, and I'll share with you a little bit of my research. And this is nothing new. These rods have been out for a few years, even though last year they released like another 3 different models on here. Carbon monocoque handle, which is supposed to increase transmission from the tip, rod, line, everything into your forearm, but increased by like 30%. This is my versatile rod, so it's going to be the thing that I throw all kinds of things on. I've got it paired up with this Corrado MGL 150. 15-pound Seaguar Invictus line. This is going to be what I throw my spinner baits on. I love the Megabass spinnerbait. In fact, the fish that I caught on day 2, part of my comeback to put me in to Championship Friday, came with 2 minutes left to go in the tournament. I decided... Oh shit! Let's go! I decided to pick up a spinnerbait, and I throw a chatterbait, the vast majority, but it just wasn't a chatterbait bite that day. I tied a spinnerbait on with minutes to go and started flinging them around boat docks that crept me into the top 100 that put me into Championship Friday. For me, that was an amazing comeback. But this thing is light, balanced, and does everything I like. The CI4 reel seat, if you're familiar with any Shimano rods or a lot of folks that use Shimano components in their rods like G Loomis does, again, very solid, very light CI4 technology. It's their carbon infused. I think this is their advanced. I love how Shimano does their locking nuts because it's smooth right here. I'm one of those who rides my finger under my reel so that I can also touch my line. And a lot of the rods I don't really like because they have that grip texture, whatever here, but this one is nice and smooth. And actually the little texture that they do have there is actually right in front of where my finger sits. So since I'm one who likes to ride the finger right in front of the reel like that, works out perfectly. Moving up to the blank, you can see how Shimano Has the logo stamped in real nice, and then they put the details on the backside. Now to talk a little bit about the blank, Shimano uses what they call the Spiral X core.
Shimano's patented Spiral X technology wraps carbon tape from tip to butt, both directions down the rod. Spiral X construction makes a rod with perfect rigidity that doesn't twist or ovalize. Here, you can compare the blank ovalization with two rods of the same thickness and weight. Rods with a standard blank can ovalize and deform under 1 kilogram of load. Rods with Spiral X construction have little to no ovalization. Spiral X construction is 250% more structurally rigid compared to a standard blank structure. Next, let's compare the blank twist with two rods of the same thickness and weight. Using a high-speed camera, we capture the moment immediately before and after a cast. You can see the standard blank structure rod is twisting, and the guides are rolling to the side. With Spiral X construction, there isn't any blank twist, and guides are kept in alignment. Spiral X construction is 180% more rigid and less prone to twisting. After releasing the cast, the standard blank construction is wavering and recovers much slower due to blank twist. Let's compare with Spiral X construction. As you can see, the rod with Spiral X construction has much less wobble and recovers much faster. Due to less ovalization and twist, Spiral X provides consistent and accurate casting time after time.
I'm not going to bore you with the guide technology. They're high-end guides. I know the one on the tip is titanium. These are one of the high-end rods that Shimano makes around the $350 price point. Now, when you're paying that kind of money for a rod, you expect, well, high performance, very light, very balanced, and this thing delivers. But again, this is just a first impression with it. I caught a fish with it, and I've enjoyed it so far. But I look forward to picking this back up in the springtime when I'm throwing stupid tubes, football heads, spinner baits, things like that. This is going to be my versatility rod. Now, the next one is my first time messing with anything from Shimano in the Expride series. This is the Expride B, and from what I can tell, one of the things they added in this new remake redo in 2022 was again adding a carbon monocoque handle. This one, it has got cork on it, also has the CI4 reel seat. But one thing I really like about this one as well, this nice smooth area up here for resting my finger underneath the line. And it's got a nice, cork. And it's got nice, accents with cork here. I guess one of the new things they've done that maybe they hadn't done in the past was add a hook keeper back here. And this one is the 7.2 heavy. What am I going to use this for? 1/2 ounce jigs, maybe up to 3/4. I don't throw a lot of heavy punching, perhaps. It's also going to be used when I throw a frog on. I've paired this up with the Shimano Corrado MGL 70 50-pound Seagar Smackdown braid. This blank is a little different than the Poison Adrena in the fact that it's got what they call their high power X. So the way they wrapped the carbon fiber tape around the blank. I'll be interested in giving this a run in the springtime to see really how it compares to those Dobbins rods that I've been messing with the last couple of years. But I actually tied on a buzzbait a lot towards the end of the season and caught two really nice buzzbait bass, and one was right in front of the boat. But fun, light, balanced, paired up with this Corrado MGL reel, cast a country mile. People hate when you say cast a country mile, but hey, it's true. It really let it fly. Balanced, and just feels very, very good in the hand. So my first impression on both of these rods is very favorable. They pair up beautifully with these Corrado MGLs. I look at various areas when spending money when it comes to rods and reels, bang for the buck, what kind of warranty you get. One of the things I really like about Loomis and Dobbins both is their long-term warranty and replacement programs. I have yet to have to test the Shimano warranty program. Here's hoping I don't. But hey, when you're buying from a good place like American Legacy Fishing, you can't beat their customer service and help when it comes to things like that. Now, I'll be back at the end of the 2023 fishing season to give a full review and report on what I really think of these rods after a full season of fishing with them. But like I said, for now, I can see why so many people like them. I really do, and I understand it. You can get these two rods for what it costs for one G Loomis NRX Plus. So there's something to be said for that as well. If you have any questions, drop a comment down below. Do you have the Adrena or the Expride B line? I've actually got another Expride B coming from American Legacy Fishing. This one's going to be a spinning rod because I really want to give these a test out through this full season. If you have any questions or comments, drop them down below. I'll be sure to answer anything I can. If you're shopping at AmericanLegacyFishing.com, who I'm partnered with, use code GRAMPS10 at checkout to save 10% on a whole lot of items. Not everything, but a lot of things. Until next time, get outside when you can and make some memories. One cast at a time.